All right, let's talk about something that's probably hiding in your house right now, just ticking away. It's an appliance we all use every single day, but it's also got the potential to cause an unbelievable amount of damage. Let's get right into it.
So let me just ask you a quick question. If you had to guess, what's the single most destructive appliance you own? What could cause the most chaos? Maybe the stove if there's a fire, or the washing machine if a pipe bursts. You might be surprised by the answer. Believe it or not, it's your geyser, your hot water heater. And when it goes, it really goes. The average insurance claim for a burst geyser is a massive $45,000. And that number isn't just to replace the geyser. Oh no, that's to fix the collapsed ceilings, the ruined floors, the waterlogged furniture, the whole disaster zone.
So, let's start by unpacking that. How does this totally normal everyday appliance turn into one of the biggest financial risks sitting inside your home?
Well, here's the truly wild part. A staggering 95% of these catastrophic bursts are caused by one single thing going wrong. Just one. And here's the real kicker. It is almost completely preventable.
So for this next part, we're going to do a little autopsy on a geyser failure. It's time to meet the secret, unsung hero, or maybe villain, that's quietly deciding the fate of your home.
Everybody, meet the sacrificial anode. Now, I love this analogy. Think of it as your geyser's personal bodyguard. It's just a metal rod, and its whole job is to take the hit. It's designed to rust and corrode and literally fall apart, so that the expensive steel tank that holds all that water doesn't have to.
But, no bodyguard can take punches forever. When the anode is new, your geyser is totally safe, full protection. But over time, it degrades, gets worn down, and that protection gets weaker and weaker. Eventually, it's completely gone. The bodyguard has left the building. And that's when the water starts attacking the steel tank itself, causing rust, weakness, and, well, you know what comes next.
And here is the absolute heart of the problem. Be honest, when was the last time you thought, I should probably check on that metal rod inside my geyser? Yeah, never. Almost nobody even knows this thing exists, let alone that it needs to be checked. We just universally ignore it. Until it's way, way too late.
Okay, enough of the doom and gloom. Let's pivot to the solution, because there is a really smart one. We're going to look at how we can shift from that panicked, reactive disaster cleanup to some proactive, calm prevention.
And this is it. It's called Geyser Guard. It's a small Internet of Things device, basically a tiny computer that attaches to your geyser. I want you to think of it like a 24/7 heart monitor for your water heater. Its entire job is to keep an eye on that bodyguard, that sacrificial anode, and to predict a failure months before it could ever happen.
And this is the fundamental game changer right here. The old way, things like leak detectors, they're purely reactive. They scream for help after your ceiling is already caving in. Geyser Guard is all about being predictive. The goal is to prevent the flood from ever happening in the first place by giving you a long heads up.
So you're probably wondering, how on earth does it see inside a sealed steel tank? Well, it's actually pretty brilliant. It uses some patented tech to send a tiny, and I mean tiny, totally safe electrical current through the anode. As that bodyguard rod gets smaller and corrodes away, its electrical response changes. The device reads that change and uses some smart algorithms to calculate exactly how much of the bodyguard is left.
Okay, so having all that data is cool, but data alone doesn't prevent a flood. The real magic is how you turn that information into a simple action. Let's see how this tech turns a potential crisis into just another boring routine task.
The system doesn't just send you confusing numbers. Instead, it translates the anode's health into a really simple, color-coded system. Green means you're good, nothing to worry about. But as it gets into the yellow or orange zones, the system flags that it's time to schedule a checkup way before you're anywhere near the danger zone. And this is what that beautiful, stress-free process looks like. Instead of a 2 a.m. emergency call with water pouring through your lights, the system just sends you an automatic alert. You schedule a plumber when it's convenient for you, they pop over, replace that one little part in less than an hour, and it costs a tiny fraction of a full-blown disaster.
So in this final section, let's talk about the bottom line. What's the real-world impact of all this? What does it mean for your bank account? And maybe more importantly, for your peace of mind?
Well, for the insurance industry, this is an absolute game changer. This kind of proactive monitoring can slash geyser-related claims by up to 85%. That is an enormous amount of money and headaches saved, which is good for everyone.
And for you, the homeowner, this chart says it all. I mean, look at that. You've got two choices.
A planned, simple R1200 maintenance call every few years, or you can roll the dice on a sudden R45,000 catastrophe. When you see it laid out like that, the choice is, well, it's pretty darn clear.
But really, this is what it's all about. It's the peace of mind. It's knowing your home is being watched over, especially when you're on holiday. It means you get to avoid the absolute nightmare of a flooded house, skip paying that huge insurance excess, and you might even get a discount on your premiums. It turns panic into a plan.
So, I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. We've just seen how this kind of thinking can completely transform the risk from one single appliance. But imagine a future where everything in your home could do this. What if your air conditioner or your fridge or your pool pump could just send you a polite message asking for help long before it ever had a catastrophic breakdown? Now that's a powerful idea.